Look at these pictures here. An inside look of Hurricane Beryl that's taken from the NOAA Hurricane Hunter this morning. Kim Castro, this one's definitely keeping us on our toes, huh?
Yeah, it's the makings of what a really powerful system produces, which is what's called the stadium effect. And Beryl is exactly that, a very powerful storm. So what happens is you'll notice the air rises really fast in these hurricanes and then pushes out quickly too. So it creates kind of like a staggering, like a stadium.
Yeah.
Because a hurricane works like a powerful machine, an exhaust.
Yeah.
It has to release that air. So you get sights like that. You also get sights like what we saw during the overnight hours, an eyewall replacement. So I want to talk about this because Beryl, you'll notice there, that was right around 4 in the morning. The eye is no longer visible. It collapsed, or so we thought, but then you'll see it starts to redevelop. It's a little bit muddled, disheveled. That's a snapshot at around 6 in the morning. How about 9 in the morning, right before made landfall in the Lesser Antilles? Wow, a perfect circle, a very, very powerful Category 4 hurricane that didn't get very disrupted as it passed through the Lesser Antilles. In fact, it's maintaining its strength. Right now, for the 4 o'clock update, it's still 150 miles an hour, a very powerful hurricane as it continues its trek in the Caribbean. Now you'll notice it doesn't have any disruptions here. However, it is going to encounter a little bit more wind shear. So far, it hasn't had any wind to disrupt the storm. That's why it's maintained so much of its strength. As it gets into the Wednesday timeframe, it'll encounter some more wind that's going to rip it apart a little bit and hopefully start to weaken it some. That's what the National Hurricane Center has for its track. It's diminishing strength, so becoming a Cat 2 hurricane, still having some very substantial impacts. We're talking about a second landfall in Jamaica sometime early Wednesday afternoon, and then a third landfall for the Yucatan Peninsula. At this point, it would be transitioning from a Cat 1 to a tropical system, which it could continue that way into the Gulf. We'll have to watch that for the next 6 to 8 days. So as we head into the weekend, we'll see how Beryl continues and whether or not we'll see some impacts for the southern portion of the Gulf. If this track verifies, if it does encounter land twice, it would weaken, and this would be a good outcome for the Texas coastline. So we'll keep tabs on that regardless. What you need to do at home, if you live along the coast, talk about the evacuation plan. If you live inland, make sure you've got all the preps ready to go for hurricane season. A very early start, very active. It's only July 1st. So have your food ready, have the water, and have some medicine supply at least for 5 days when we have a system like that we're tracking, and then monitor the forecast each and every day. Right now,